Hello, this is Scott. So welcome to my YouTube series on advanced analytics and data science. Today we're talking about Statistica hands-on, and we're talking about data management, specifically stacking and unstacking. If you haven't joined me before, I normally have one of two flavors in these videos. The first is a higher level view, the types of problems that data science can solve. So it's more of an industry functional view. And then the second type is more of a hands-on, what type of functionality is existing in the various platforms. I cover R, Statistica, Spotfire, Python, SDS, Streambase, a variety of different platforms. Today we're going to be talking about Statistica. So this is part of the Statistica hands-on session. This video will be very brief. I'm going to talk about something that's important. It's fairly straightforward. Essentially, if I have data that is what we'll call unstacked, I have here monthly data. So I have the month of the year in the first column, and then these three columns are years, 2016, 17, 18. And I want to take that data and I want to stack it. In other words, I want to put 17 under 16, 18 under 16. I can do that very easily with the stacking function. Again, I can do that interactively with Statistica. Under the Data tab, I can click Stack and apply things via menus, or I can apply things in a workflow. For illustration's sake, I'm going to use a workflow today. So in the stacking node, if I select the variables that I want to stack, again, 16, 17, and 18, I'll click OK. You can see that there are a variety of different options. The main two that I want to illustrate is the interleave and the non-interleave. So you'll see here that I'm not interleaving the data. What that means is it's going to do exactly what I just said. It's going to throw the 17 and 18 underneath the 16. And then we're going to illustrate using the interleave, and what that'll do is it'll create January, January, January for the 3 years, February, February, February for 3 years, etc. So this is no interleave, and if I actually run that, I get this output, exactly what we thought it would be. Here, the data is just stacked upon top of each other. If I select interleave, and this is the only change in the settings, is I interleave the output, and then I run that, then I get output that looks like this. As I said earlier, I get January, January, January for the 3 years, and then February for the 3 years, etc. And depending on the application, you may want either one of those, and there are other options as well that you can play with. So the other thing that we can illustrate very quickly is how do I unstack? How do I take the row data that I might have? I've got data by row, and I've got repeating year, and I want to throw now the years up into columns. How do I do that? With this unstacking function, I select the variables. The year is what I want to throw into a column. Sales is going to be the actual data value, and the month is going to be the case, the row identifier, that I have. So again, a variety of different options that you can play with, but I just want to illustrate the very basic function of this. If I do that, sure enough, I've now thrown the data from each row into columns, and there you go. So next time we're going to continue with data management in this hands-on series. I'm not saying that I'll do another video in between, but when we get back to hands-on the Statistica, we'll be talking about the data health check node next time. Very, very cool functionality there. Again, send me an email if you have comments or suggestions. I'll see you soon.